Shalom, my brothers and sisters in Yahuwah Elohim, and welcome to another adventure in the Book of Jasher. Tonight, we're going to be going over Jasher 82, 83, and 84. Geez, kind of slipped my mind what chapter we were on just a second ago. So, if you've got a Dead Sea Scrolls book or an Apocryphal book, go ahead and grab it and open up, and we'll get started tonight. Here again, we're going over Jasher, the book of Jasher, chapters 82, 83, and 84. All right, gang, we're getting ready to start the week. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you had a wonderful Shabbat. Hope everything went so peaceful and so nice and so awesome for you. No arguing or fighting or doing anything you weren't supposed to be doing. Just a nice, peaceful Shabbat. All right, gang. Whoops, excuse me. I'll get a drink from my water jug here and we'll get going. Alrighty then. Y'all ready? Get my eyeballs on. Okay. The book of Jasher, chapter 82. Oh, this is being dedicated to a man that reads the word and teaches the word. His name's Mark. Okay, so we're dedicating this to Mark. Alright, gang. The children of Israel proceeded from Rephidim and camped in the wilderness of Sinai in the 3rd month from their going forth from Egypt. At that time, Reuel, the Midianite, the father-in-law of Moses, came with Zipporah, his daughter, and her 2 sons, for he had heard of the wonders of the Elohim which he had done to Israel, that he had delivered them from the hand of Egypt. Reuel came to Moses in the wilderness, where he was camped, where the mountain of Yahuwah was. And Moses went forth to meet his father-in-law with great honor, and all Israel was with him. Reuel and his children remained among the Israelites many days, and Reuel knew the Elohim from that day forward. In the 3rd month from the children of Israel departed from Egypt, on the 6th day, the Elohim gave to Israel the 10 commandments on Mount Sinai. All Israel heard all these commandments, and all Israel rejoiced greatly in the Elohim on that day. And the glory of the Elohim rested on Mount Sinai. He called to Moses, and Moses came in the midst of the cloud and ascended the mountain. Moses was on the mount 40 days and 40 nights. He ate no bread and drank no water, and the Elohim instructed him in the standards and judgments in order to teach the children of Israel. And the Elohim wrote the 10 commandments which he had commanded the children of Israel on 2 tablets of stone, which he gave to Moses to command the children of Israel. At the end of 40 days and 40 nights, when the Elohim had finished speaking to Moses on Mount Sinai, the Elohim gave to Moses the tablets of stone written with the finger of Yahuwah. When the children of Israel saw that Moses delayed coming down from the mount, they gathered round Aaron and said, "As for this man Moses, we know not what has become of him. Now therefore rise up, make us a small god, who shall go before us, so that you shall not die." Aaron was greatly afraid of the people, and he ordered them to bring him gold, and he made it into a molten calf for the people. The Elohim said to Moses, before he had come down from the mount, "Go down, for your people whom you brought forth from Egypt have corrupted themselves. They have made themselves a molten calf, and have bowed down to it. Now therefore leave me, that I may consume them from off the earth, for they are a stubborn people." And Moses sought the countenance of the Elohim, and he prayed to the Elohim for the people on account of the calf which they had made. Afterward he descended from the mount, and in his hands were the 2 tablets of stone which Yahuwah had given him to command the Israelites. When Moses approached the camp and saw the calf which the people had made, the anger of Moses was set ablaze, and he broke the tablets under the mount. Moses came to the camp. He took the calf and burned it with fire, and ground it till it became fine dust, and scattered it on the water, and gave it to the Israelites to drink. There died of the people by the sword of each other about 3,000 men who had made the calf. The next morning Moses said to the people, I will go up to Elohim. Perhaps I may make atonement for your sins, which you have sinned to the Elohim. And Moses again went up to the Elohim, and he remained with the Elohim 40 days and 40 nights, a second time. Some people just say it only was one time, but it's twice that he did that. Verse 23, and during the 40 days Moses entreated the Elohim on behalf of the children of Israel, and the Elohim listened to the prayer of Moses, and the Elohim was begged of him on behalf of Israel. Then spoke the Elohim to Moses to cut out 2 stone tablets, and to bring them up to the Elohim, who would write on them the 10 commandments. Moses did so, and he came down and fashioned the 2 tablets, and went up to Mount Sinai to the Elohim. The Elohim wrote the 10 commandments on the tablets. Moses remained yet with the Elohim 40 days and 40 nights. The Elohim instructed him in standards and judgments to give to Israel. The Elohim commanded him respecting the children of Israel, that they should make a sanctuary for the Elohim, that his name might rest therein. And the Elohim showed him the likeness of the sanctuary, and the likeness of all its vessels. At that, the end of 40 days, Moses came down from the mount, and the 2 tablets were in his hand. And Moses came to the children of Israel, and spoke to them all the words of the Elohim, and he taught them laws, rules, and judgments, which the Elohim had taught him. Moses told the children of Israel the word of the Elohim, that a sanctuary should be made for him to dwell among the children of Israel. And the people rejoiced greatly at all the good which the Elohim had spoken to them through Moses. And they said, we will do all that the Elohim has spoken to you. And the people rose up like one man, and they made a generous offering to the sanctuary of the Elohim. Each man brought the offering of the Elohim for the work of the sanctuary and for all its service. All the children of Israel brought each man of all that was found in his possession for the work of the sanctuary of the Elohim, gold, silver, and brass, and everything that was serviceable for the sanctuary. All the wise men who were practiced in work came and made the sanctuary of the Elohim, according to all that the Elohim had commanded, every man in the work in which he had skill. All the wise men, in heart, made the sanctuary and its furniture, and all the vessels for the holy service, as the Elohim had commanded Moses. And the work of the sanctuary of the tabernacle was completed at the end of 5 months. The children of Israel did all that the Elohim had commanded Moses. And they brought the sanctuary and all its furniture to Moses, like to the representation which the Elohim had shown to Moses. So did the children of Israel. And Moses saw the work, and behold, they did it as the Elohim had commanded him. So Moses blessed them. Chapter 83. In the 12th month, in the 23rd day of the month, Moses took Aaron and his sons, and dressed them in garments, and anointed them, and did to them as the Elohim had commanded him. And Moses brought up all the offerings which the Elohim had that on that day commanded him. Moses afterward took Aaron and his sons, and said to them, For 7 days you shall remain at the door of the tabernacle, for thus am I commanded. And Aaron and his sons did all that the Elohim had commanded them through Moses, and they remained for 7 days at the door of the tabernacle. On the 8th day, being the first day of the first month, in the 2nd year from the Israelites departing from Egypt, Moses erected the sanctuary, and put in all the furniture of the tabernacle, and all the furniture of the sanctuary, and he did all that the Elohim had commanded him. Moses called to Aaron and his sons, and they brought the burnt offering and the sin offering for themselves and the children of Israel, as the Lord had commanded Moses. On that day the 2 sons of Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, took strange fire and brought it before the Elohim, who had not commanded them to do it. And a fire went forth from before the Elohim and consumed them, and they died before the Elohim on that day. Then, on the day when Moses had completed erecting the sanctuary, the princes of the children of Israel began to bring their offerings before the Elohim for the dedication of the altar. And they brought up their offerings, each prince for 1 day, a prince each day for 12 days. And all the offerings which they brought, each man in his day, 1 silver charger weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour, mingled with oil for meat offering, 1 spoon weighing 10 shekels of gold, full of incense. Hope it was the right incense. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. For a sacrifice of peace offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 lambs of a year old. Thus did the 12 princes of Israel day by day, each man in his day. It was after this, in the 13th day of the month, that Moses commanded the children of Israel to observe the Passover. And the children of Israel kept the Passover in its season in the 14th day of the month, as the Elohim had commanded Moses, so did the children of Israel. Not the 15th month, the 15th day, the 14th day. Just like the Bible says. And in the 2nd month, on the 1st day thereof, the Elohim spoke to Moses, saying, Number the heads of all the males of the children of Israel, from 20 years old and upward, you and your brother Aaron, and the 12 princes of Israel. And Moses did so, and Aaron came with the 12 princes of Israel, and they counted the children of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. And the number of the children of Israel by the houses of their fathers, from 20 years old and upward, were 603,550. But the children of Levi were not numbered among their brothers, the children of Israel. And the number of all the males of the children of Israel from 1 month old and upward was 22,273. And the number of the children of Levi from 1 month old and above was 22,000. Moses placed the priests and the Levites, each man to his service and to his burden, to serve the sanctuary of the tabernacle, as the Elohim had commanded Moses. And on the 20th day of the month, the cloud was taken away from the tabernacle of testimony. At that time the children of Israel continued their journey from the wilderness of Sinai. They took a journey of 3 days, and the cloud rested on the wilderness of Paran. There the anger of the Elohim was set ablaze against Israel, for they had provoked the Elohim in asking him for meat. to eat. And the Elohim listened to their voice and gave them meat, which they ate for 1 month. But after this the anger of the Elohim was set ablaze against them, and he struck them with a great slaughter, and they were buried there in that place. The children of Israel called that place Kirbath Hatavah, because there they buried the people that lusted flesh. And they departed from Kirbath Hatavah, and pitched in Hatzeron, which is in the wilderness of Paran. And while the children of Israel were in Hatzeroth, the anger of the Elohim was set ablaze against Miriam on account of Moses, and she became leprous, white as snow. She was confined outside the camp for 7 days, until she had been received again after her leprosy. The children of Israel afterward departed from Hatzeroth, and camped in the end of the wilderness of Paran. At that time the Elohim spoke to Moses to send 12 men from the children of Israel, 1 man to a tribe, to go and explore the land of Canaan. Moses sent the 12 men, and they came to the land of Canaan to search and examine it, and they explored the whole land from the wilderness of Sin to Rechab, as you come to Shemoth. At the end of 40 days, they came to Moses and Aaron, and they brought him word as it was in their hearts. 10 of the men brought up an evil report to the children of Israel of the land which they had explored, saying, "It is better for us to return to Egypt than to go to this land, a land that consumes its inhabitants, giants." But Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, who were of those that explored the land, said, "The land is very good. If the Elohim delights in us, then he will bring us to this land and give it to us, for it is a land flowing with milk and honey." But the children of Israel would not listen to them, and they listened to the words of the 10 men who had brought up an evil report of the land. The Elohim heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, and he was angry and swore, saying, "Certainly not 1 man of this wicked generation shall see the land from 20 years old and upward, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. But certainly this wicked generation shall perish in this wilderness, and their children shall come to the land, and they shall possess it." So the anger of the Elohim was set ablaze against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness for 40 years, until the end of that wicked generation, because they did not follow the Elohim. And the people lived in the wilderness of Paran a long time, and they afterward proceeded to the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Chapter 84. At that time Korah, the son of Jetzer, the son of Kehath, the son of Levi, took many men of the children of Israel, and they rose up and quarreled with Moses and Aaron and the whole congregation. And the Elohim was angry with them, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up with their houses and all belonging to them, and all the men belonging to Korah. After this, Yahuwah made the people go round by the way of Mount Seir for a long time. At that time the Elohim said to Moses, "Provoke not a war against the children of Esau, for I will not give to you of anything belonging to them, as much as the sole of the foot could tread on, for I have given Mount Seir for an inheritance to Esau." Therefore did the children of Esau fight against the children of Seir in former times, and the Elohim had delivered the children of Seir into the hands of the children of Esau, and destroyed them from before them, and the children of Esau lived in their stead to this day. So the Elohim said to the children of Israel, Fight not against the children of Esau, your brothers, for nothing in their land belongs to you. But you may buy food of them for money and eat it, and you may buy water of them for money and drink it. And the children of Israel did according to the word of the Elohim. The children of Israel wandered in the wilderness, going round by the way of Mount Sinai for a long time, and touched not the children of Esau. They continued in that district for 19 years. At that time Latinus, king of the children of Shittim, died in the 45th year of his reign, which is the 14th year of the children of Israel's departure from Egypt. They buried him in his place which he had built for himself in the land of Shittim, and Abinmas reigned in his place for 38 years. The children of Israel passed the boundary of the children of Esau in those days, at the end of 19 years, and they came and passed the road in the wilderness of Moab. And the Elohim said to Moses, Besiege not Moab, and do not fight against them, for I will give you nothing of their land. And the children of Israel passed the road of the wilderness of Moab for 19 years, and they did not fight against them. In the 36th year of the children of Israel's departing from Egypt, the Elohim struck the heart of Sihon, king of the Amorites. He waged war and went forth to fight against the children of Moab. And Sihon sent messengers to Beor, the son of Jannes, and the son of Balaam, counselor to the king of Egypt, and to Balaam his son, to curse Moab in order that it might be delivered into the hands of Sihon. And the messengers went and brought Beor the son of Jannes, and Balaam his son, from Pethor in Mesopotamia. So Beor and Balaam his son came to the city of Sihon, and they cursed Moab and their king in the presence of Sihon, king of the Amorites. So Sihon went out with his whole army, and he went to Moab and fought against them. He subdued them, and the Elohim delivered them into his hands, and Sihon killed the king of Moab. Sihon took all the cities of Moab in the battle. He also took Heshbon from them, for Heshbon was one of the cities of Moab, and Sihon placed his princes and his nobles in Heshbon, and Heshbon belonged to Sihon in those days. Therefore the parable speakers, the wise men, Beor and Balaam his sons, uttered these words, saying, Come to Heshbon, the city of Sihon will be built and established. Woe to you, Moab! You are lost, O people of Chemosh. Behold, it is written on the book of the law of Yahuwah. And when Sihon had conquered Moab, he placed guards in the cities which he had taken from Moab, and a considerable number of the children of Moab fell in battle into the hand of Sihon. He made a great capture of them, sons and daughters, and he killed their king. So Sihon turned back to his own land. And Sihon gave numerous presents of silver and gold to Beor and Balaam his son, and he dismissed them, and they went to Mesopotamia, to their home and country. At that time all the children of Israel passed from the road of the wilderness of Moab, and returned and surrounded the wilderness of Edom. So the whole congregation came to the wilderness of Sin, in the first month of the 14th year from their departure from Egypt, and the children of Israel lived there in Kadesh of the wilderness of Sin. Miriam died there, and she was buried there. At that time Moses sent messengers to Hadad, king of Edom, saying, Thus says your brother Israel, Let me pass, I pray you, through your land. We will not pass through field or vineyard. We will not drink the water of the well. We will walk in the king's road. And Edom said to him, You shall not pass through my country. And Edom went forth to meet the children of Israel with mighty people. And the children of Esau refused to let the children of Israel pass through their land. So the Israelites left them and did not fight against them. For before this the Elohim had commanded the children of Israel, saying, You shall not fight against the children of Esau. Therefore the Israelites went away from them and did not fight against them. So the children of Israel departed from Kadesh, and all the people came to Mount Hor. At that time the Elohim said to Moses, Tell your brother Aaron that he shall die there, for he shall not come to the land which I have given to the children of Israel. And Aaron went up at the command of the Elohim to Mount Hor in the 40th year, in the 5th month, in the first day of the month. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died in Mount Hor. Wow, gang, and that's the end of chapter 84. Woo, there's a lot there. Talk about condensed form. That was super condensed. It went right alongside the Bible. There wasn't anything really deviating there, but it was very condensed. It's like we took an entire, like, 5 chapters or 6 chapters of the Bible and condensed it down to 3 chapters. So, wow. Okay, there is a ton going on there. What an adventure, gang. What an adventure. It just keeps going and going. Ah. Oh, boy. How's your crayons? They about wore out? Yeah, I would say, well, but at least this here saved you some crayons because it wasn't expanding, it was condensing. So, yeah, well, I hope y'all are enjoying the study. I hope if Mark watches this that he enjoys it too. I hope it gives him a smile. Well, gang, that's all I've got for tonight. I hope y'all are just enjoying these studies, and some of it is really, really awesome, and some of it is questionable, and some of it's just fun, but it's a good study. It's not scripture, but there's a lot there that's really good. So you can't really condemn it. And as you will see here soon, like within the next maybe study or two, that there are parts of this book that are mentioned. They're quoted directly in the Bible. When we get there, I'll point them out to you. Okay? All right, gang. Y'all have a great week. Beginning of your week here, going back to work and getting things going and taking care of all your little ones and everything. Have a great week, and we'll see you on Wednesday for our midweek Bible study. Okay? All right. Y'all take care, and we'll see you when we see you. Shalom.